Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome everybody who came out this morning to support our efforts of Pearly Whites Plus to reach out, give back, and to work together with other health professionals and dental professionals in the city of Timmins to provide the optimal oral health care for people in need. I'd like to introduce you my team, and I'll just give you a brief thing about me, what I am, and where I come from. I'm originally from Timmins. I grew up here and was raised here all my life. I've lived in Ottawa. I worked in overseas and got married, came back here, and worked in a private practice for 20 years, and then went to work at the health unit, and afterwards decided I wanted to open my own hygiene clinic. It's been a journey, and everything has been more positive with the challenges that come my way, and it's been very rewarding. Rewarding in the fact that I have two wonderful girls that joined my team, and I'm very happy to introduce them to you today. So we'll start with Amanda Mitchie. Amanda is from Elliott Lake, and she's also a neighbor of mine, so it's really great to have her close by. So everybody, this is Amanda Mitchie.
Hello, again, thank you for coming out and taking your time to be with us. Like Fran said, I'm from Elliott Lake. I moved here 3 years ago from Southern Ontario, where I practiced in a private practice for 12 years. And I joined Fran a year and a half ago after the birth of my son. I'm just hoping through this presentation and through your organizations that we can provide, good care to the residents of our city and help them achieve and maintain good oral health. And hopefully they can see that the services that we provide will help them out in the end.
Thank you, Amanda. And everybody, this is Tiffany Schmidt. Tiffany is from Campus Facing.
Hi, like Fran said, my name is Tiffany Schmidt. I've been practicing for the past 4 years, and I recently joined Fran in February, and I'm really excited to be part of this organization. I do teach yoga on my spare time, so I'm all about karma and doing positive things for others. I truly believe that this would only bring positive to our community.
Thank you. So this is my first PowerPoint presentation and my first information session. So please bear with us. And again, if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to ask to do so. So our goals. The main goal is making our service more accessible, okay? Fundraising for equipment, special lifts, and in nursing homes and in our clinics for dental care, and encourage more dental providers and hygienists to join our team to reach more clients in need of free and in-home dental care. When I speak about services being more accessible, okay, there's a lot of people in palliative care, chronic care, who don't have the means of transportation and the finances to access a dental clinic. Now, Pearly Whites Plus have been offering free dental cleanings once a month, on the first Monday of every month, and through that experience of meeting people, we decided that there's a bigger population that needs to be reached, and we want to be able to offer these the oral hygiene care in the privacy of clients' homes. We want to reach out into old age homes. We want to reach out to the clients in hospitals, just to alleviate some of the stress that these families have day in and day out. Fundraising for equipment, they have special lifts now available that I've seen. I'd love to bring that into nursing homes and hospitals. Recently, Extended Care, Dr. Francis has received a grant, and they are in the process of opening a dental clinic in the Extended Care nursing home, which is amazing. But we still it's very difficult for a dentist or a hygienist to work when a client is in a wheelchair. It's very hard on their backs and their necks. So if we can access a special lift that is suspended from the ceiling to be able to displace a client from the wheelchair into the dental chair, it would make the service more comfortable and alleviate some stress on the dental provider. We have a city with a heart of gold here, and I know a lot of hygienists and I know a lot of dentists who have great hearts, who have reached out to communities and have been away in Jamaica to help people there. So and I've been invited to go to Jamaica, but I feel that the need is needed here in our community. So I really want to encourage dental hygienists and dentists to reach out as much as they can to reach those people who have those barriers. Now our strategy is, it's hosting oral health presentations on the importance of regular oral assessment and hygiene care by reaching out present caregivers, support workers, and associations that support clients with systemic diseases. So for everyone that's here today, okay, if you'd like us to do a presentation for your association, going to your home, going to the health facilities that you work in right now, we are all about that. We want to be there to educate the clients. We want to be there to give them the services that they need, either it's free or for discount rates, okay? We want to increase newsletters feed to all healthcare providers on how they can help their clients achieve optimal oral health. So today increasing newsletters and having people here and spreading the word on how these services are available is a big goal of ours. And starting with, I just followed here and educating the public on oral and health affects general health. Timmins, we have a team here right now. As from what I know, we are the only organization who's reaching out to the clients, and we really hope to expand that for people with limited mobilities and transportation. Well, our plan starts today. We need to inform residents in the Timmins area that clients with limited mobility and access to transportation can maintain oral hygiene services at their door. We believe in continuing education, developing relationships with all levels of healthcare providers, and working with social and human service organizations, and limiting present barriers existing with some social organizations. Now, as far as oral assessments, when we would see the clients in their homes or in the hospital or in the residence, okay, the oral assessments can be done by registered dental hygienists. We are educated and have the experience to identify what is within normal limits when it comes to recognizing dental cavities and soft tissue abnormalities. I've worked at the health unit, and the dental hygienists at the health unit have been collecting data for decay indices in our school system for Health Canada for years. They have the same qualification as us and refer our children for dental treatment when it is needed. This is only a visual exam. So I believe that hygienists, independent hygienists that are at clinics like myself, okay, we have the qualifications to visibly see what needs to be done as emergency, or what kind of preventive care needs to be done, and direct them to the proper healthcare provider. Our assessments help us work with the dentists and physicians to help the clients achieve maximum oral health available to them. That's the goal. That's the goal. Go to the next one. This is basically a little poster that explains how oral health affects general health. Systemically, when we have infections in our mouth, in the gums, that infection doesn't stay in our mouth, it goes to the blood system, and it affects it contributes and aggravates more systemic diseases. I've been a hygienist for over 25 years now, and I can tell you that every client that I've seen that suffered from heart disease, that suffered from a stroke, and that is diabetic, all have gum disease. So the evidence and from the experience that I have, it's definitely something that needs to be controlled and attained at regular intervals with healthcare providers. So, go on to the next. Conditions to prevent and maintain. I don't have the best resolution on this picture, okay, but we do have, this is before and after picture. This is 3 months after seeing a client. This client suffers from we call periodontal disease, where there was lack of oral hygiene care, a lack of being able to go to the dentist. I see this client every 3 months now. And there's signs of bone loss there, that's why the teeth look so long. So when you have bone loss, the tooth becomes less stable. So we're not able to make the bone grow, but we're able to maintain the health of the bone where it is right now. So that's the goal here, is to maintain what he has, so we can keep hygienists going to these homes and help control bone loss so the clients can keep chewing properly their food and not be in a condition of just eating pureed food all the time. It's probably a beautiful goal as well. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, the goal is to eliminate transportation costs and waiting time for dental care. A lot of times we have Hand Trans, which is an awesome organization and a very busy organization. So if we can eliminate transportation time, okay, waiting, booking and waiting for Hand Trans sometimes, and even in a dental clinic, especially when it comes to oral hygiene care. And also by doing eliminating time, we're able to save the support workers, okay, especially the ones who work in group homes and nursing homes, where they can be at the facility itself, you know, and able to help other caregivers while we're taking care of that client. So that's eliminating transportation costs and waiting time. Now, dental management for medically compromised patient. Well, how do we go about this? Well, we start with medical history. Clients may need prophylactic antibiotics, and sometimes need to stop blood thinners, or we need some assistance with dental cleaning and assessment. Sometimes just helping with keeping the client's mouth open to be able to do a proper cleaning and visual assessment is very important to us. So we'll go to the next one. So long-term care residents. Oral health is very poor amongst residents in long-term care facilities. The situation results from a combination of inadequate daily mouth care, limited access to professional dental care, and inadequate facilities for the provision of dental treatment, compromised medical condition, and limited finances. So we want to, and I work in a nursing home, and I know how, and this is not an insult to any support workers or nurses in a nursing homes whatsoever, but they are very busy. And according to Health Canada and Canadian Dental Association, oral assessments should be done every 3 months to make sure that the dentures are fitting properly, that there's no lesions under the denture, there's no gum disease around the tooth. Someone was just telling me yesterday that, you know, their parent the mouth was bleeding, and they didn't understand why there was so much bleeding coming from the mouth. And the dentist went and relieved a big chunk of tartar, okay, which contributed to periodontal abscess, what it sounded like. So if we can help minimize that infection, okay, it would be a great benefit to the client's health and oral health. So here I'm just going to overlap a little bit what I said. The Canadian Dental Association recommends all residents of long-term care facilities should undergo oral health screening by a nurse every 3 months to update their oral health condition. Residents are no longer able to perform their own daily mouth care should receive assistance thereafter. So those who need dental problems are identified either or between screenings should be seen by dentists within a reasonable length of time depending upon their condition. I know the Timid Dental Society is working really hard to be able to access old age homes right now, and I have to say that Dr. Francis has been a big plus to that program. At the same time, we don't have hygiene going into those facilities, okay, to help with that care on a regular basis. Often their staff is busy in their own office, so if independent hygienists like myself can reach out into those homes and help and work with the Timmins Dental Society in achieving, you know, especially oral good healthy gums. Okay, that would be a big plus. Now this is where, you know, Pearly White's Plus would come in to examine the soft and hard tissues. Okay, we are licensed to that. We are trained to do that. We clean their teeth. We analyze or treat any oral discomfort within our scope of practice, and we communicate with the dental providers if further treatment is needed to obtain optimal oral health. This would save the client money and alleviate some anxiety for themselves and the family. We can communicate with the resident dentist and family for emergency and preventative services needed. So I know that when I worked in the dental clinic, when we did an oral exam and did the cleaning, and when the dentist came in to do his clinical exam, he really appreciated the fact that you know, that we could give him the feedback of everything that we had assessed and seen at that point. We still want to do that and continue to do that. Now we have a short video here, and unfortunately I couldn't get, we're going to get the audio from my phone for this video. This client is a mother of a client of mine who became a friend, and she just shares her experience with Pearly Whites Plus. Can you hear it? C'est la phone, le volume.
That's right. That is a good friend of mine. And can you tell them do you remember what we needed to do in order for me to get your teeth cleaned here as far as your doctor? Do you remember us having to ask Dr. Ogier to stop the blood thinners for a couple of days before I came in to do the cleaning? And how is that with Dr. Ogier? Did you have any difficulties with that at all? No. And when I came in to do dental cleaning, how would you explain your experience with that? You're a very good client, actually. At the same time, you had some difficulties with the partial denture. Can you please explain what we did to help you out with that?
Well, we do Dr. Fran,
What you said?
yeah, and she came here and put the thing for my partial, and then she made it, and there's no problem with that.
Good. So would you recommend this service for other clients that are in the administrative hospital on this floor, you know, that need access to oral hygiene care? Well, I want to thank you again, Angelina, for your feedback, and hopefully we can reach other clients like yourself.
I'm sorry that the audio wasn't better for this little video. Basically, the message here that I wanted to convey is the whole thing about working together. Okay, I was able to go assess Mrs. Gina. Okay, I looked at her teeth. She had a loose tooth. She had gum disease. She had a lot of tartar buildup. So we knew that she needed one tooth extracted. Okay, and one tooth added to her partial. We had made arrangements with her dentist to get a tooth extracted. With communicating with her family doctor, and the client ended up losing her tooth on her own, so the dentist didn't need to do the extraction. There was so much gum disease around that tooth, there was no more bones supporting that tooth anymore. So our goal during my assessment is like, okay, we can't lose any more teeth. Okay, so we're gonna maintain the oral health and control plaque and tartar buildup, and we're gonna add a tooth to your partial. Now it's very difficult. Like she has a great family, and often clients don't know where to turn for help. So at Pearly Whites Plus, we communicate, and we have a good relationship with dentists and denturists in the city here, so we can work together with them. It was such a pleasure to be able to go in there and have access for her to get oral hygiene care with just stopping the medication for 2 days and cleaning her teeth, and then having Dr. Vajic come in and take the impression and add a tooth to the denture. And this client is super happy now, is able to talk and eat properly without any discomfort whatsoever. So if we could do this for the 100 other residents that are in palliative and chronic care, is to me is a goal in itself. Now I'd like to introduce our mayor, Tom Logren. I had the opportunity of seeing Tom maybe a month ago now, and I'm very happy that you're here to support our efforts, Tom. And while he was under my care, okay, I was able to talk my mouth talk a little bit too much there, so I'm really happy that you're here to support our efforts. So everybody, American lover.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to be short, but she didn't talk too much. It was actually a good experience. I just want to say, first of all, to Fran and her group, thanks very much for the invite here this morning. I think probably all of us in this room, but mostly in this room, are younger than I am. And I think there's always a period of time that we take our health for granted. And it's just probably that age where you're somewhere between 20 and 40, maybe 20 and 45. And I can tell you that I never went to a dentist for 13 years. Never had a cleaning. And maybe I'm glad it wasn't Fran that ended up cleaning those teeth the first time. But the impact that it has on your health, I can tell the difference now that I go on a regular basis. But I think over and above that is the services being offered. I think when you look at our community, you talk about seniors. You talk about people who are on some form of assistance. You talk about my friend here, Ed Legocki from the Good Samaritan Inn. I think if we really focus on all the people that fall through the cracks with what Fran and her group are doing, I think it would save us dollars as it relates to healthcare. And I think it's a step in the right direction. And every time you take a step in a new direction, there's always time, right? I mean, you've got to build that business and you've got to sell that to people. So I'm a big supporter. I'm a big supporter just because I think healthcare has to change. And I think what Fran is proposing here is definitely one of those directions. So again, I just want to say thanks to everybody for being here this morning. I want to say thanks to Fran for again inviting me and providing this great service in our community. And I'm going to apologize because I got to sneak out. I've got to go somewhere else. But I do, again, thank you for the opportunity and anywhere I can help, I definitely will. So have a great day.
Thank you so much. Okay, so these are the target clients that we like to reach. Clients who suffer from diabetes, cancer, leukemia, mental health disorders. A lot of people suffer from some anxiety just going to a dental clinic. So Pearly White Plus is ready to go into their homes, in the comfort of their homes, and provide oral health care for them. People who suffer from neuromuscular disorders, pregnancy. Sometimes a lot of these pregnant women are bedridden as well. And because of hormonal changes, okay, they're more prone to gum disease at that point. People who are bedridden, people who are HIV, affected by AIDS and immune disorders, and especially cardiovascular diseases. So going to our next. So this is Gifts from the Heart. This is how it started through my Independent Dental Hygiene Practitioners of Ontario Association. They encourage us to do free dental cleanings once a year in the month of February. I think I mentioned that earlier, so I extended that service to once a month. And I'd like to present to you Ms. Lisa from that. Lisa was a client I used to see in the clinic I used to work at, and I used to see her on a regular basis every 6 months for cleanings. And Lisa fell ill, and it was during treatment, at the end of the treatment phase, that we were able to contact each other, and she was able to come in on one of those Mondays to offer free dental cleanings. And I wish I would have thought about reaching out to Lisa, okay, while she was at the beginning of her treatment, to alleviate some stress and make her feel better. So we learn every day from how we can improve our business, and this is how. So for all the people that are suffering from cancer from now on, and Lisa can share her experience on how she feels. Okay, this would help a lot of people going through that period of time and illness and trauma right now. So everybody, Lisa from that.
I really treasure this woman. She's just been amazing with me throughout the years. Well, hi, I'm Lisa. You guys doing okay? Yeah. Okay. Yes, I was diagnosed with breast cancer January 2013, and 29 years old. It's not something that you would ever think, you know. And actually, I remember it's like a few days before I was told that I had cancer. I was already due for cleaning. I didn't tell you that. I was due already, and I felt that my gums, I had sores in my mouth, constant bleeding, and actually when I saw my doctor, that's one of the first things that they ask is, do you have sores in your mouth? Are your gums bleeding? That's, I guess, a sign, somebody that has cancer. We talked about that in oncology, actually, while we're sitting there getting chemo done. We talk amongst each other. We say, do you have sores in your mouth too? Do you have sores? Yeah, everybody has sores in their mouth. So, and I was also told while on chemo, you're not allowed to actually have dental care. So for about 1.5 years, no care at all in my mouth, my teeth. I mean, just brushing as best as I can. Gums super sore. It really, really hurt. And I finished my chemo and my treatments, and I went, yes, I could go see Fran. So, I reached out to her online and said, how much do you charge for cleaning? Because I need to get my teeth cleaned. It's been a while. And in my situation, when I first got sick, I was self-employed. I owned my hair salon, so I didn't have any insurance. I didn't insure myself. I insured my shop, but I didn't insure myself. And with 3 kids, right? So every single penny that I had or could get, I kind of had to, quench that and just kind of hold on to it. So their father's not around either, so I'm basically alone with the 3 kids. And that was, I don't know if you remember, it was like one of my first questions. Can you do my teeth and how much do you charge? And she said, no, actually I have an awesome service. The first Monday of every month, I do free dental hygiene. She even offered to come get me at home. I said, you know what? No, I have to get out of my rut. I can drive myself. I can get out of my house. So that was my treat, was to get out of the house and go see friends. So I got the kids babysat. I went in my vehicle, was able to go see her, and she, oh my God, she didn't rush through the whole procedure. She took her time, she spoke with me, explained what was going on in my mouth. She said, oh my God, how come it's been so long? Well, I couldn't, but I'm here now, and even the gum disease is true. She even told me you have gingivitis. I said, well, makes sense. Like, it's been a while, and they're really sensitive. But as soon as she finished up with my teeth, I felt so much better. Felt so much better, and I was able to save money as well by going in on that Monday. So I'm telling everybody, it's totally worth going to see her on the first Monday of every month. Like, especially a person like me that I can't go back to hairdressing because obviously I've had surgery, so I can't be like this all day. So money is an issue, and what Fran is offering is just amazing, because there are a lot of people, like they're saying, they can't go to her shop, the clinic, thank you. I'm thinking hairdressing. the clinic, but like I was able to, I pushed myself to go, which I did, but there are some people who really can't. And money-wise as well, like me, I couldn't afford it, so she was able to offer that. And I really appreciate that. I thank you very much. And she's not only, are you saving money with her, but like she's just an amazing person. Like, wow. Like, for years, I've known her for a long time. She's always been very nice. Very nice lady. You can talk to her, meet her up on the sidewalk. She's just a great person. She's great customer service. And I appreciate the fact that you took your time with me. I didn't feel like a number. I didn't feel like, okay, Lisa, I've got to hurry up and I've got to get to the next client. I felt special. Thank you guys.
You weren't supposed to come here and make me cry. Not in the program, Lisa. Thank you. So, we hear things like that from Lisa, and people suffer from that on a daily basis. So if I can help more clients like Lisa, special people who carry that burden of raising a family and being ill, I want to do that. Our team wants to do that. So this is our come to you. So basically, if a client is calling, okay, this is what we need from them. And I encourage everybody, I have all your contact information, so I'll email this to you, and this will be on my site as well, on the Pearly Plus. But this is what we need. Okay, we must be able to, as the client or the caregiver must be able to answer some medical questions, okay, for the client receiving oral hygiene care. We need access to the physician, to the dental provider. Having sometimes just getting previous x-rays, copies of previous x-rays for this client will help us make a really good assessment. Allow us to make sure that there's no conflicts with present medical condition to obtain oral care. Sometimes, sometimes the client needs to stop blood thinners. Sometimes they need to get on a prophylactic antibiotic. Sometimes they're going through the treatment right now, and it's through radiation or through the chemo. It's not a good time for us to be there, to irritate oral conditions. And then the client just has to inform us which location they prefer. We have a location in Timmins, we have a location in Porcupine, and we can reach you at your home. We are ready to do that. If the client, is financially strapped, we will go to your home on the first Monday of every month. We have the team and we have the means to reach out to those clients. We want everybody to know that. We want them to, and if they're, if they can pay, that's fine. They can obtain dental cleanings. The rates are $60 for seniors and $80 for non-insured adults. On the Mondays of free cleanings, I do not see children. My services are geared to adults because the Porcupine Health Unit does offer those services for free for clients up to the age of 17. So my focus is to really help the adults who fall into that trap that don't have access to those services. So you can book at Pearly Plus online or call my main business number or at 264-2100, which is my second clinic at the Whole Body Wellness Center. And book an appointment, and our administration will help with that. So I just wanted to talk briefly about radiographs. Like I mentioned previously, radiographs can be obtained from the dentist. The last radiographs that were taken, this helps us do a variable assessment of what the bone level looks like, and if it's diminished and how worse it got. Okay. If it's a dentist that's doing the exam in the home, or a hygienist doing the assessment and exam, they don't have X-rays. Nobody has X-rays on wheels. So we're at that point when we do a visual assessment. If the client has lesions in their mouth, if they have cracks, if they have holes in their teeth, we communicate that. We cannot diagnose, but we can communicate that information to the dentist, and at that point, hopefully, that client can access proper diagnosis of what actually preventive or emergency care that needs to be treated. So that's all I'm going to say about the X-rays. So again, we just want everyone to know here that everyone can access oral hygiene care with us. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who came this morning to support us, and hopefully convey this message to the residents of Timmins and to the people that you associate with on a daily basis. And if you have any further questions, and again, if you want us to come in and do presentations, we are ready and willing to do that. So on behalf of myself and to